but I think history is actually a great place to start here because I think about SpaceX a lot in this conversation, obviously. But I think about how SpaceX got started, and it's because they were excluded from DoD launches, right? Like this was one of the big fights that they had early on was that national security space launch was dominated by a U.S. government funded entity. And then when SpaceX tried to compete, the government did a really funny thing and gave a ton of money to that government funded entity to
Hmm.
build a rocket to compete with SpaceX. So SpaceX had to sit on its hands and wait while the government built a new rocket to compete. And then it lost anyway. It was a disaster. It couldn't keep up. And there's a lot of like funny nuances to that government funded entity basically existed to lure away Russian engineers and prevent them from working on the Russian commercial industry. So even as we hated them, it served like an interesting geopolitical function of like
That is
of
interesting.
retaining
I
town.
didn't.
Oh yeah, that's why John McCain killed it because it had a Russian built rocket, and then nobody really talked about. Well, if they're building rockets for us, that means they're not building rockets for other people.